Wigglies. Child, let me make sure this wig is right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tandy. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to be doing a full-on powder look. Now you guys know powder is my jam, so I thought I would challenge myself and see if I could put together, you know, a complete face using only powder. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. I don't know if I want to start off with my brows. I'm just going to do this in normal. Okay, let me do this normal. Should I tuck this bang back some? What's going to help your makeup not only last longer but also look better is the hydration on the skin prior to you putting on makeup. And since we're going to be using powders, I don't want no room for any kind of indiscretions. So I want to make sure that my skin is nice and prepped. Use my Chanel Hydra Beauty Micro Liquid Essence. You guys know this stuff is so good. I talk about this in a lot of videos. I know y'all can see my little hairs, but that's okay because at the end of the look, you're not gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna use a little bit of my rose water concoction. I use this all the time on my face. This used to be a rose water mist from whatever brand this is. I don't know, I picked it up at the hair store, and when I started using it, I noticed a difference in my skin. So I just kind of concocted my own little potion here in this bottle. Stop that. Why are you squirting like that? I'm just gonna take that and pat it on my skin because my bottle is acting weird. Let's go ahead and put on some primer. Using my favorite primer. And I will leave all the products names down below in case you guys are wondering. It is hot and that fan is doing me no justice. It says it's 74 degrees in here. I'm looking at the thermostat. Normally what I would do is I would go in with concealer. So I'm gonna do that. Now for concealer, I am using this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Powder Foundation plus Concealer. I've used this before and she is very, very light. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna use a brush to try this. Let's see if a brush or a sponge, because I'm kind of thinking that a sponge will be better for this. This stuff is so white. Oh my god. This is interesting. I do like the texture of this. Like on top of the skin, it doesn't look bad, but I can still kind of see a little bit of my darkness underneath my eye. But you know what? We've already committed, so at this point, we need to just follow through. We are looking very, very bright in our eye region. So let's add some color. You guys already know I love a powder foundation, so this is not going to be anything new to me. I'm gonna use the LANCôME Dual Finish powder, and the shade I'm using is 410. This stuff smells so good. If you guys don't like a heavily fragrance product on your face and you're looking for a powder foundation, I would not suggest this. I personally don't mind it at all. I'll enjoy a good fragrance. I love the fact that powder just still looks like skin. I enjoy seeing my skin texture. Do a little bit on the forehead even though you can't see it because it is bang. You want to make sure that you are getting an even application because you don't want to look patchy. That's not cute. What I'm gonna do, because I'm seeing that the powder is looking very bright and I don't like that, so whatever's left on my brush, going over where that Clinique powder is, just so that for one, don't get any kind of flashback when taking photos, and two, just to kind of tone down that brightness. Now normally what I would do is move on to my brows. So for brows, I'm going to take this brow brush. You see how it's dual ended? This side right here is going to be perfect for applying the powder onto my brow. I'm gonna need a little mirror. Just gonna brush up the brows first. I do find that powder on the brows just looks really natural. She's making a point here with this powder, okay? You can't tell me my face doesn't normally look like this. Dang, I might have to go back to using powders. I forgot how much this was really pretty and natural looking. If you guys normally use powder on your brows, comment down below. I'm curious. Are you more of a powder girl, or are you more of a pencil wear, or maybe you like pomade? You know, let me know in the comments. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to clean up my brows because you can't do that with a powder, I don't think. Okay, let's try it. We're already here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that concealer powder. Let's see if I can clean it up. I don't really think that did anything. Actually, I think it did do something. Like it kind of highlighted underneath the brow. I'm not mad at it. Ooh, I think oh my gosh. I'm gonna take a brush and dip into this contour area right here just to add some structure back to my nose. I don't like that flat look. I just find that this gives me a little bit of definition to my nose. I don't care too much of changing the shape of it. It's just to kind of give it structure because I have like no bridge in my nose. Like it has a nice profile, but from the front, it kind of goes missing once I put makeup on. So I just want to define that bridge of my nose. Blending as if Jesus himself said, Tandy, you'll be single forever unless you blend out that nose contour. I got a little bit of definition in my nose now. We can move forward onto the eyes. Well, I got a lot going on over here. I need to calm down. Okay. I'm gonna go in with this Jackie Aina palette and see if we can create some looks. Now, I love this Jackie Aina palette, y'all. It has so many pretty shimmers in it. It has a lot of nice transition shades. However, I've probably only used about 4 shadows in the palette, so I'm gonna try to step outside of my comfort zone and use more colors. I have yet to use Wigglies, Shookington, Big Wig. You know what? Let's do a purple look. We're gonna do a purple look. Purple is my favorite color anyway. You feel me? Okay, so I had to gather my thoughts to see what direction I wanted this look to go in. And this is the eye look that I came up with. So I'm gonna show you how I created this with the Jackie Aina palette on this eye. This is a pretty dramatic look, you guys, so bear with me, okay? First thing I did was I took a little bit of ginger. Just gonna stamp that into my crease. And then taking a fluffy brush and buffing that out just to really help diffuse and start creating that nice gradient on my eye. Okay, and next I'm going to go into edges and go right over where we placed ginger. And blend it out. Don't be afraid to kind of drag that product up into the brow bone. I have really hooded lids, so the space from my brow bone to my actual lid is pretty large. So I don't mind filling in that space with a little bit of shadow. And next I'm going to go into pinker, place it right on top of those other 2 colors and blending it out. We're just building up our crease colors here. That way when we put this purple shadow in, it just doesn't look so, you know, startling on the eye. And now once I have a nice buildup of color that I'm satisfied with, I'm going to go in with a big wig. Should have wore a big wig for this look because it's just fitting, but here we are. Put that color on the outer portion of my eye, stamping it in. Next, we're gonna go into Wigglies. You wanna focus that in the center of the lid. Go back in with that same brush that I used Big Wig and just kind of marry the 2 where they meet. I didn't dip back into Big Wig. I'm just using whatever is left on that brush just to blend the 2 colors together. I'm gonna move on to Shookington. And what I did was I just took some of Shookington on my finger and placed it onto the inner corner. These shadows are so creamy and smooth. Very buttery-like in formula, so it's easy to use your fingers and add the shadows. Take that brush that I use Wigglies for and merge those 2 shadows together. So we have a nice blend. And just do the same steps for the bottom lash line as I did for the top. In true Jackie Aina form, we gotta add that inner corner highlight. It's only right with this palette, right? So I'm gonna take a little bit of Trust Issues. Ooh, that's a lot of Trust Issues. Whew, I don't have that many. Go into that inner corner. Period poo. And for blush, I'm going to be using this Studio Makeup Luminous Loose Blush. I used to love this blush. This blush was like everything to me. A lot of people kind of be sleeping on these loose powder blushes. I feel like loose powder and cream blushes get the worst rap, you know? But it's just something so pretty about this blush. I'm gonna use a nice fluffy brush. You see how pretty that looks? Wow. I don't have any kind of bronzer on, so I want to really be fully flushed today. I'm gonna take that same blush brush and dip into the Cover FX palette. I'm gonna mix the highlighter shades and come down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin. I always like to go back over with a fluffy brush, the one that I use for my foundation, and just kind of blend that in so the highlight isn't like too extreme. Now we're gonna move on to lips. I'm sure you're like, Tandy, how are you gonna put powder on your lips? Well, she has a few tricks up her sleeve. I'm going to be using this liquid powder, I'll say blush, this liquid powder lipstick by Chanel. Let's squeeze and attack. And it has powder in the name, so you can't say that I didn't complete this challenge. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, and don't forget, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of my future uploads. Hope to see you then. Bye.